Good morning, children. I have already done exercise 14a and 14b of factorization with you. Now I am starting up with the same chapter, factorization. I have taken exercise 14c. Now in exercise 14c, you see that the number of terms will be even. Even means there will be minimum 4 terms, 6 terms, 8 terms. So in this you have to form the group. If there will be 6 terms, you will be forming a group of 3. Now as in this question you have 4 terms, so you are going to form the group of 2. 2 groups you are going to form, and see in the first group what is common, which term is common. Now in the first group you find a is common, so take a outside the bracket, and inside the bracket you will have x plus y. Now when you are going to take a common term from the second group, whatever is left inside should be again x plus y only. If you are not going to get inside the bracket x plus y, then you will not be able to factorize it further, and you have to be very particular to see the sign also. Now in the next 2 terms, which is plus 8x plus 8y, you find that plus 8 is common. You have to put the sign also, whether the plus sign or the minus sign. Plus 8 is common, and you are left inside the bracket again with x plus y. So here you get x plus y. In the next 2 terms again you are getting x plus y. Now this plus sign is again separating these into 2 terms, as I told you in exercise 14b. Now x plus y can be taken again common, as we have done in the previous exercise, and you will be left with a plus 8. So I have already noted down few questions from your exercise, and I am going to explain them one by one. Now see the 7th question. xy minus zx minus 2y plus z. Again form the pair of 2. Now in this 2, which term you are finding common? You are finding x common, and you will be left inside the bracket with y minus z. Now for the next 2 terms again, you should have inside the bracket y minus z. So what should be taken common? In order to see what is to be taken common, is be very careful to see the sign also. As we want y inside the bracket, it means minus 2 should be taken common. Minus 2 is taken common, and you will have y minus z. Because if you are going to open the bracket, minus 2 multiplied with y will give you minus 2y. Minus 2 multiplied with minus z will give you plus 2z. So again, as we have done in the previous question, y minus z taken common, and you will be left with x minus 2. So these are the 2 factors of the given algebraic expression. Now we are going to take up question 11th. If I see in the first 2 terms, you find that nothing is common. No number is common, no coefficient, no variable, nothing is common. So in that case, when you find no factor common, we take the factor common as 1. So 1 inside the bracket, 1 minus 2a. And out of these 2 terms, again we should have 1 minus 2a. Out of these 2 terms, what do you find common? It will be minus 2a square. And you will get, as minus 2a square has been taken common, For it you will get 1, and for 4a cube you are going to get minus 2. 4 divided by 2 leaves 2, and a square taken common out of a cube, you will be left with a. Take again 1 minus 2a common, and you will get 1 minus. This has been taken common. Now this, as I told you, this minus sign is separating these two terms. As 1 minus 2a has been taken common, you will be left with 1 minus 2a square, as this has been taken common. Now see 14th question. In order to factorize 14th question, at present you see there are 3 terms. As I told you, plus and the minus sign separate out the term. So there are 3 terms. And I told you, this is called factorization by grouping. We are forming the groups, and we are forming the group of 2. Now in this there are 3 terms, so I cannot form the group. For that you have to open up the bracket by multiplying this binomial with x. So first we have to do multiplication. Plus x multiplied by 1 will give you x. Then a square plus x. A square into x will give you a square x plus a. Now you see we have got 4 terms. So what you are going to take common in the first 2 terms? Sometimes it is not necessary that when we form the group, we always have the group of the first and the second term. Sometimes the group can be formed between the first term and the third term also. And if you find that you are not able to factorize it further, then we have to change the group. But let us first see what you can take common in the first 2 terms. We can take x common, and you will be left with ax plus 1. Again I need ax plus 1 for the next 2 terms. What is common between these 2 terms? A is common, plus a, and you will be left with ax plus 1. Now take ax plus 1. That is why I am telling you that these 2 should be the same. If they are same, then again they can be taken common. If these 2 binomials will be different, then we cannot factorize further. So ax plus 1 is taken common, and you will be left with x plus a. This x and this a. So I have done few questions for you from exercise 14C. Rest of the questions you do, and next time when we meet, I'll take up the problems. Now in exercise 14D, as I told you in the first video only, that factorization can be done by many methods. It can be done by taking common factor. It can be done by forming groups, as we have done in this exercise. Now in the next exercise, how you are going to factorize. And one more thing I told you is that multiplication and factorization are the reverse process. You know, now in this you see we are going to take the reverse of the formula. We are going to take the formula in the opposite direction. Now for that, let me explain you. You know what is the product of a plus b whole square? This is the formula. You know the formula of a plus b whole square. This is the identity which you have done. You know the formula is a square plus 2ab plus b square. If you are given this left hand side and you are finding the right hand side, means you are doing multiplication. Now again there is one more formula, which is a minus b whole square. And a minus b whole square, what is the product? A square minus 2ab plus b square. Left hand side was given to you in the algebraic identities, and you have found the right hand side. When you go from left hand side to right hand side, you are doing multiplication. But in this exercise 14D, we are going to move from the right hand side to the left hand side. Right hand side is given to you and you have to find the left hand side. So if you are going to expand a minus b whole square, this is the product. It means you are doing multiplication. But if the product is given to you and you are finding it that it is equal to a minus b whole square, it means you are factorizing. So when you move from left to right, we are doing multiplication. When we are moving from right to left, we will be doing factorization. Now in this exercise, we are going to move from right to left. For that, these are the two formulae which will be applied in this exercise. For that, I have noted down few questions again and I'll explain you how to do it. Now in the second question, you are given factorize. The question is factorize. So you are given the algebraic expression as x square plus 6x plus 9. Now compare this with this formula. You see that x square plus 6x plus 9 means a square plus 2ab plus b square is given to you. Now we have to search how much will be a and how much will be b. Now you know that x square is the square of x. Similarly, leave some space in between. 9 is also the square of 3. Now it becomes a square. This is b square. Now I think you can split out this 6x into the form twice ab. Twice a I told you is x and b I told you is a is your x, b is your 3. So when you multiply this, you see that you are getting 6x. So as it is x square plus 2 into x, it becomes a square plus 2ab plus b square. So you can then write it as that it is x plus 3. It is the perfect square of a plus b whole square. And in the next step, you can tell the two factors by writing it, because it has got the power 2, writing it 2 times. So this is how you have to do the factorization of exercise 14D. Now I am taking few questions so that it may become clear to you. One I have done for you. The second is x square minus 8xy plus 16y square. X square is the square of x. First find this. It means this is the value of a. This is a square. It means it is the value of a. Now we are going to find the value of b. This is, it means b square, and b square is 16y square is the square of 4y. Now you can very easily split down and find minus twice ab. Now it has got minus. So we are going to use this formula. Minus twice a, as we have already taken as x. B we have come to know is 4y. So when you multiply, I think you know you are getting minus 8xy. So it means it is the perfect square of x minus 4y. So it is the perfect square of x minus 4y, which you can again write it 2 times, x minus 4y into x minus 4y. So now you see we are doing the reverse process of multiplication. If I go in this direction, this is given to you, then I'll find this, then this will be my answer. It means we are doing multiplication. Now product is given to you. I am finding a and b from it. Then I am telling its factors. So it is called factorization. Now I am taking up the next question, which is your question number 9th. x to the power 4 is the square of x square. Plus 9 is the square of 3. And now you can find twice a, because your a is x square, into b. So it is 2x square into 3, and 2x square into 3 is 6x square. It means it is the perfect square of x square plus 3. You can write it 2 times. Now I am doing one more question for you. So this is the factors of the given expression. I am doing one more question for you, which is question number 12. X square is the square of x. 1 upon 4, because this will be twice ab. 1 upon 4 is the square of 1 upon 2. Then what will be your twice ab? Because this is a, this is b. Now tell me what will be your twice ab? It will be twice a is x and b is 1 upon 2. Now if you cancel this 2, see, you are left with x only. So it means it is the perfect square of x plus 1 upon 2 and write both the factors. So I have done few questions for you from exercise 14D also. This formula I have written, which I have already done, and on the basis of that formula I have shown you 4 questions. Now do rest of the questions. If there will be any problem, we will be discussing it in the next class.